Hello and welcome to this video by MENNEKES Elektrotechnik GmbH & Co. KG. In this video, we'll show you how to open the web interface of the ACU. The Accounting Control Unit, or ACU, are located inside the e-mobility gateway and smart charging station products. There are basically two generations of ACU, the ACU V3 and the ACU V4. To open the web interface, the products will need to be installed. You will also need a laptop with administrator rights and an Ethernet cable. This should not be a crossover network cable. MENNEKES recommends the use of shielded network cables. First, let's assume that the ACU is not part of an existing network and is running on the factory settings. To open the web interface, connect your laptop to the ACU using an Ethernet cable. You can plug the cable into one of the Ethernet ports on the ACU. It may be useful to know that on the smart charging stations, Ethernet port 0 is located on the lower right, next to the meters. Since the ACU does not have a DHCP server, the connected laptop will not automatically be assigned an IP address. It will need to be configured manually. To do this, you will need the address pool and IP address of the Ethernet port of the ACU. Ethernet port 0 of the ACU V4 has the IP address 192.168.0.10. Please note, the ACU Generation V3 can also be reached using this IP address. Ethernet port 1 of the ACU V4 has the IP address 192.168.100.10. Now we know, depending on which port our laptop is plugged into, which IP address we need to assign to the laptop. When connecting to Ethernet port 0 on a laptop, MENNEKES recommends assigning the IP address 192.168.0.21 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Here's an example of how you can configure your laptop for the Ethernet ports of the different generations of ACU. The important thing is to use the same address pool that the Ethernet port of the ACU is using, highlighted again here in yellow. This example shows you how to set up an IP address on a laptop. On the keyboard, press the Windows icon and the letter R at the same time. The Run dialog box will open at the bottom left. Enter the following into the dialog box: ncpa.cpl. Then click OK or press Enter to confirm. Right-click on the corresponding Ethernet adapter to open the Properties. You may now be asked for the password for your administrator rights. Choose Internet Protocol version 4 and click on Properties. Now you can give the laptop a static IP address. Since we're plugged into Ethernet port 0 of ACU V4, we will enter 192.168.0.21. The subnet mask is 3 times 255 followed by a 0. Then click OK to confirm and close the window. Once you have configured the IP address on the laptop, a connection to the web interface can be established via the web browser. MENNEKES recommends using the latest version of a browser, such as Firefox, shown here. Type the IP address of the Ethernet port in the address bar. Then click Enter. When opening the web interface for the first time, the following window will appear. Warning: potential security risk detected. This means that no certificate has been stored. The risk can be accepted by clicking Advanced. Accept risk and continue. The login area will then appear. The username and password are entered here. Enter admin, all lowercase, for both the username and password. Then click Sign In. Once this has been entered, the home page of the web interface of the ACU will open. If the smart charging station or the e-mobility gateway are integrated into a network, follow the same steps to open the web interface. The ACU has already been given a static IP address in the network or is using a dynamic IP address assigned by the DHCP server. To access the web interface via your network, your laptop must also be on the same network and set to the same address pool. This is done automatically through the DHCP server of your router. So there's no need in this case to configure the IP address on your laptop. All you have to do is open a current browser and enter the corresponding IP address of the ACU in the address line. This is how you access the web interface of the ACU via your network.